Good evening and welcome to KJTV News. We begin tonight's bulletin with a tragic and shocking incident that has deeply impacted the quiet town of Talbot Green, located approximately 15 miles west of Cardiff. A major police investigation is now underway following the fatal shooting of a 40-year-old woman in the area. According to South Wales Police, emergency services were called to the Green Park area of Talbot Green at around 6:10 p.m. on Sunday evening after reports of gunfire. Upon arrival, officers and paramedics discovered the woman with severe injuries. Despite their urgent and extensive efforts to save her, she was suddenly pronounced dead at the scene. Following the incident, police launched an immediate investigation, leading to the arrest of a 42-year-old man from Talbot Green on suspicion of murder. He has been taken into custody and is currently being questioned by detectives as authorities work to determine the circumstances that led to this tragic event. Detective Chief Inspector James Morris, who is leading the investigation, addressed the public, stating, "I understand the concern this will cause the local community, and I want to reassure people that a team of experienced detectives is already working at pace to piece together the events of last night. This is an active and ongoing investigation, and we are doing everything possible to establish the full facts of what happened." The tragic shooting has left residents of Talbot Green in shock. Many locals have taken to social media to express their sadness and disbelief, with some describing the incident as an assassination. Neighbors reported hearing a loud gunshot, and shortly after, emergency service vehicles flooded the normally peaceful residential area. Rotherham and Taff County Borough Councillor Sarah Jane Davies shared her heartfelt condolences, saying, "My heart aches this morning as I think about the tragic incident that has struck Talbot Green. My thoughts are with all who have been affected by this horrific event. In this terrible time, let's be respectful and show kindness to one another. If you have been impacted, please don't hesitate to reach out for support." Thank you to the emergency services for their unwavering dedication. Authorities have set up multiple crime scenes in the area, and road closures remain in place as forensic teams and officers work diligently to gather evidence. The police are urging anyone who may have witnessed the incident or who has any information that could assist in the investigation to come forward. This tragic event has sent shockwaves through the community, highlighting the need for continued efforts in ensuring public safety. South Wales Police have reassured residents that additional patrols will be conducted in the area to provide reassurance. As the investigation unfolds, KJTV News will continue to provide updates on this developing story. Our thoughts are with the victim's family, friends, and the entire community of Talbot Green during this incredibly difficult time. Let's go to another news. A dramatic incident unfolded in London as a 29-year-old man was arrested after scaling the Elizabeth Tower, famously known as Big Ben, in what appeared to be a political protest. The man, identified as Daniel Day from Westcliff-on-Sea, Essex, climbed the tower barefoot on Saturday, March 8th, at around 7:20 a.m., carrying a Palestinian flag. He remained perched on a ledge of the iconic structure for more than 16 hours before finally descending with the help of a cherry picker after midnight on Sunday, March 9th. According to the Metropolitan Police, Day has been charged with intentionally or recklessly causing a public nuisance and trespassing on a protected site. He was taken into custody and is set to appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on Monday. The lengthy standoff between the protester and law enforcement drew significant public attention. Throughout the day and into the night, Day engaged in negotiations with emergency responders, refusing to come down on their terms. In video footage captured from the scene, he could be heard telling negotiators that he would descend only when he was ready. As authorities attempted to reason with him, they expressed concern over his well-being, particularly noting that his foot appeared to be bleeding, and that he was exposed to cold weather conditions as temperatures dropped after sunset. Despite these concerns, Day insisted he was safe, and that any attempt to approach him would put him in further danger. The protest caused major disruptions in the Westminster area. Traffic was brought to a standstill. Bridge Street and Westminster Bridge was shut down in both directions. Additionally, tours of the Houses of Parliament were cancelled as a safety precaution. A small crowd gathered near the police cordon at Victoria Embankment, some of whom chanted "Free Palestine" and "You are a hero," showing their support for the protester. Social media videos circulating online appeared to show how Day managed to bypass security and climb the tower without immediate intervention from law enforcement or security personnel. This has raised concerns about security lapses at one of the most heavily guarded locations in London. Conservative MP Ben Protest publicly questioned how such a breach was possible, noting that armed police officers are a constant presence around the parliamentary estate. He called for an explanation from security officials, stating, "Every day in Parliament, I see dozens of armed police officers patrolling the estate. Where were they today?" The prolonged standoff ended when authorities used a cherry picker to reach Day, allowing him to step off the ledge safely. As soon as he was back on the ground, he was arrested and taken into custody. The Metropolitan Police later released a statement emphasizing the complexity of the situation and the necessity of ensuring the safety of not only their officers, but also the protester and the wider public. This has been a protracted incident due to the specifics of where the man was located and the need to ensure the safety of our officers, the individual, and the wider public, the statement read. Day is now facing legal proceedings, with further investigations underway into how he was able to access the highly secure site without immediate detection. Meanwhile, the incident has reignited discussions about security measures around key government buildings, as officials work to prevent similar breaches in the future. That's all for now. Stay tuned for further updates, and thank you for watching KJTV News, and don't forget to subscribe.